Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really groundbreaking AI tool that's unlocking a world of information for millions of people who've kind of been left behind by the digital age. Let's see how they did it. Okay, start with this. It's a powerful analogy that gets right to the heart of the problem we're talking about. Just imagine, you have all the world's knowledge right there at your fingertips. Science, medicine, history, you name it. But it's completely inaccessible, as if it's locked away behind a language you just can't understand. You see, for millions of people, this isn't some thought experiment. It is their daily reality. The entire internet is this massive, sprawling library, but it's one where almost every single book is written in a foreign language.
And this is what we call the digital language divide. We're not talking about a small issue here. We're talking about entire cultural groups across places like Myanmar and Northeast India who simply can't access basic information because, well, the digital world just wasn't built for them.
So you have to ask, why does this gap even exist? Well, the simple and, let's be honest, pretty frustrating answer usually comes down to economics. For the big tech companies, developing tools for these languages just hasn't been seen as profitable.
But what if technology could be used to build a bridge instead of a wall? And that's exactly where our story pivots. So let's meet the solution. eimiAI.
The name itself, eimiAI, tells you pretty much everything you need to know. It means for all people. And its goal is so much more ambitious than just simple translation. It's really about connecting two profoundly different worlds.
So here's the big question, right? How did its creators solve a challenge that stumped even the giants of Silicon Valley? The answer is this incredibly clever combination of local wisdom and global technological power.
It all comes down to this one massive hurdle. To train a language AI, you typically need mountains of data, millions of websites, articles, books in that language. But for these indigenous languages, that data, it just doesn't exist.
Their solution was just brilliant. It's a two-part strategy. First, they built what they call the heart. They started with the one and only high-quality complex text that's available in almost all of these languages, the Bible. Now, this works perfectly because not only is it available, but it has complex sentence structures and a rich vocabulary for abstract concepts, like justice or healing. This taught the AI the deep nuance of the local language. Then, they connected that local heart to a global brain, the immense power of Google Cloud and Gemini.
And that's the fusion that makes it all work. It's not one or the other. It's the local, culturally attuned heart being supercharged by the planet's most powerful brain.
Okay, so let's see what happens when you put this heart and brain together. You get something truly special, a powerful, two-way flow of information that empowers people in ways that were just impossible before.
Let's take a real-world example. Imagine you're a student in the Chin Hills, and you ask this simple question in your native language, Falam.
Now this is where the magic happens. The AI doesn't just give you a direct translation. No, it takes this really smart hybrid approach. It explains the concept using familiar Falam grammar, but it keeps the key technical term, photosynthesis, in English. Why? So the student understands the idea in their own language, but they also learn the international vocabulary they're going to need for their national exams. It's genius. And this inward bridge has these immediate life-changing applications. Suddenly, a 10th grader can actually study the international curriculum. A patient can take a photo of a medicine box and get instructions in their own language. A farmer can use something called the crop doctor to diagnose a plant disease and get advice, all of it in their own dialect.
But here's what's so cool. It's not just a one-way street of consuming global information. It's also about preserving and sharing local culture with the rest of the world.
I mean, check this out. An elder brings in an ancient manuscript written in the Sizong language. It gets scanned, and then eimiAI translates that cultural story into English. And from there, that story can be shared on a platform like Wikipedia, making a piece of once isolated history available to everyone on the entire planet. They are literally saving history from being lost.
So when you step back, you realize what we're looking at isn't just one clever app. It's a model for an entirely new kind of digital ecosystem, one that's built on inclusion and respect. 17 plus, and that number is growing. That's how many indigenous languages eimiAI is already working to support. Each one represents a unique culture, a unique way of seeing the world that is now connected to the global digital conversation.
And really, this is what it all comes down to. The mission driving this whole project is about making sure that technology serves all people, not just the most commercially viable markets.
So it leaves us with this fascinating question for the future, right?
eimiAI has found a key for these communities. What other locked libraries of human knowledge and culture are out there right now, just waiting for the right key to unlock them for the rest of the world?